If you were anything like me, you're just thinking, you know what? Social media might be the ultimate Darwinism in our society. And you got a home here. Welcome to the Go Show, celebrating all things outdoors in this beautiful outdoor playground of a state, nation, and world that we live in. I'm your host, Mike Russell. Proud to have you here. Let's start with the debate that is going on. I don't know where it came from, but this is one of the dumbest online debates I have ever heard. And to think that anyone would say otherwise, and when I say otherwise, I mean other than what I'm about to tell you and how I'm about to frame this, is the 100 men versus a silverback gorilla. Who would win? This is probably the dumbest thing I've heard in a hot minute, because where does this come from? Who thinks of this stuff? B, why is my computer absolutely freaking out right now and will not just allow me to put my screen where I want it? But who comes up with this, and how does it go viral? Does it really become that big of a debate? Silverback gorilla running away. Done. There's nothing else there's no other discussion to be had when it comes to the gorilla versus 100 men debate. There is no other discussion that needs to be had. I mean this sincerely. Because, okay, let's break it down. If 100 men, now, by the way, do y'all know 10 men that would take on a gorilla or just join this effort? Does anyone know 10 men that would do this? No. We have wussified every male in this country that I don't think you could find 100 that would want to do it. That would be alpha enough to want to do this. I don't think you can. And if you did, here's how this would break down. Oh, Eddie said Mark Lamb had a great explanation. It better have been on I think he said the humans would win. Didn't he say the humans would win? He's wrong. He's dead wrong. 100% wrong. You can have a belief in the strength of man and strength in numbers and all that BS. We have lost as a species. This isn't American woke, and this isn't anything like that. We have lost as a species the kill or be killed instinct. You got to understand that we had, teenagers taking on woolly mammoths back in the day. We might get another chance if colossal bioscience has anything to do with it, but you just have woolly mice now. I could take on a woolly mouse. I definitely know I could take on a woolly mouse. But we've lost that instinct completely. We have softened ourselves to no end. So to think that any of us have just the primal instinct of something is about to hurt me and I'm going to kill it, we've lost that. Completely lost that. Fight, flight, or freeze, we are strongly in the flight freeze categories. Fight is rarely in our instincts. So to have it, and here's how this goes down. Oh, let's see. He compared it to taking down a suspect with a hydro. Yeah. It is a stupid argument. It is. Trust me. I've seen people deal with, and I've actually been in fights with people that are super high on drugs. It's impossible. So take that to the same as the gorilla. The gorilla knows one thing: instinct to protect itself and its group. Okay. And especially, could you imagine if it was a female gorilla protecting babies? 150 men didn't stand a chance. Not a chance in hell. Because here's how it goes down. The first 10 up are going to get ripped in half. Or what? He's going to quickly realize that if he grabs one by the ankle, he can actually use that person as a bat and knock about another 15 out. So let's say you have 15, 20 already done, because the gorilla, that's nothing. That's before breakfast. I can handle 20 men. You think the other 80 men are going to step up and go, okay, now I got it. They did it wrong. I got this. No, Alfred. Kicking the silverback in the nuts is not going to work. It's not going to work at all. Yeah, it's not going to work. I'm telling you, I love from a man who loves to fight. Well, prior to the brain surgeries and all that, I loved a good fight. Loved a good fight. No way in hell. It's suicide. The only way that the gorilla wins, the gorilla loses, is if he just gives up. He's like, I'm bored. You guys suck. All you guys are dancing around and like doing this and all this kind of business like that. Step to me or don't. Get out of here. I got to go. I got things to do. I got bananas to eat and whatnot. Mm-hmm. Yeah. How many men to take on Grizz? I don't know. I think I don't know. Grizz? I don't know. Grizz is still recovering. So I'd say Grizz in his prime? I'd take a few. I sure as hell wouldn't fight Grizz in his prime. Who am I kidding? Yeah, I would, because I was dumb like that. I'd fight anybody. I had my first radio show host, Whiny, his father-in-law. Every time we were together, we're just smoking cigars, having drinks, whatever it is, he would find a reason to try to fight someone. And he'd ask us, boys, you ready to fight? Like, he just wanted to start a fight. He was so miserable in his life that he just like, I don't care. I want to fight people. Let's go. Grizz said he'd take them all out. I'm pretty sure you would, buddy. Yeah, I'd go bet the kids' college fund on it for sure. Gorilla running away. Get on what's that? The betting app? Yeah, get on that one, whatever that is. Can't say anymore. I'm not sponsored by them, so I'm not going to give them any love. Get on FanDuel or something like that. Yeah. But anyway, that just puts it to. I actually just saw an AI video. That's why I brought it up. I saw an AI video of Joe Rogan interviewing the gorilla. It's pretty funny. It's pretty damn funny. It's pretty damn good. And the gorilla was smoking a cigar. He's got a banana in one hand. He's smoking a cigar, and it's freaking hilarious. Yes. That's a great line, Rhonda. Hell yeah. And that's true. And that's true. And if need be, if somebody takes like a swing at Queen Bee or something like that, or one of the kids, I will. Hell yeah, I'll fight. That's instinct. But it's not the instinct that a gorilla has. Period. Two different ball games. Us defending ourselves and our family, and a gorilla, two completely different games. And that's the truth. So that debate needs to just go away. What? Lynn's getting mad. What was Lynn popping off? What's going on here? Hold on. I didn't say that. Why is this topic on the Go Show? Because it's my show, and I wanted to talk about it. Not to put too fine a point on it, my friend. Not to put too fine a point on it, but this is my show, and if I want to talk about gorillas versus where the hell are you going to go to fight a gorilla? Even if you go to fight a gorilla in the zoo, it's still outdoors. That's what the O stands for right there. That O stands for outdoors. See? It's outdoors. Yeah. Anyway, we put that to bed. Okay, Lynn, we're moving on. You good with that, pal? Let me tell you. Let's get into an interesting study, and I think this is fantastic. Influencers. Social media influencers encouraging travelers to interact with sharks. This is not true at all. To interact with sharks are contributing to a rise in shark attacks, according to a new study published in Frontiers in Conservation. The research analyzed shark encounters with French Polynesians and found that about 5% of the 74 recorded bites were defensive reactions to perceived human threats. A review of the Global Shark Attack Files, which tracks incidents dating back to the 1800s, identified more than 300 similar cases. So what are they attributing this to? And by the way, shark attacks are not shark attacks. Shark bites are shark bites. Most shark bites are exploratory. They think you look like a seal, but you look like a really wonky seal from underneath. You know, the sun and then you and then that. You're just a shadow. And they look a little wonky, but it says maybe it is. I don't know. It's slow moving. It's flailing around. It seems hurt. Let me just go see what it is. That's what most shark bites are. What they are claiming is Professor Eric Cloua of PCL, University in France, who led the study, blamed social media for promoting unsafe behaviors. He said, I don't encourage, as many influencers do, people to cling to a shark's dorsal fin or stroke it under the pretext of proving them to be harmless. Darwinism. Why would you speak against this? If someone is dumb enough, and I've studied sharks, I love sharks. Sharks are my fave. I love sharks. My sister's the same way. Love sharks. I'm not going to go grab a dorsal fin of a shark. Maybe a whale shark. really small whale shark, but maybe a whale shark. But that's it. I don't need to go riding a great white. I don't need to go getting up in a Mako's business. I don't even want to get into like a 6-foot white tip reef shark, black tip reef shark. I don't care. Dude, they got a lot more teeth. I only have 10 digits. I want to come back from the dive with all 10. This is just, and so if somebody thinks, oh, I saw a social media influencer grab one by the tail and it rubbed its belly and it went into coma, go for it. Go for it. We do not need you breeding. We do not need you in the gene pool. This is classic Darwinism. It's a lot like death by selfie. If you're that stupid that you want to climb up to the top of a skyscraper just to get to that light above there so you can have the gram go viral and you fall, that's on you. I don't want you breeding. I don't want you making more dummies like you. That's what, yeah. Dumb people trying to pet the buffaloes in Yellowstone. Exactly, Alfred. Yeah, pet the fuzzy cows. Turons. Yeah, if you guys find Turons of Yellowstone, it's fantastic. It's a good follow on Instagram. That's the way we beat you in a fight, pal. That's the way we beat you. Just rub his belly. He'll go down. He'll go down. Be rendered defenseless. But leave it to France, I guess, to come up with this kind of a study and blame social media influence. No, people are just stupid. And by the way, I am too. This isn't exclusive to social media influencers. I am a dork when it comes to this kind of thing. Like, I'll pick up snapping turtles. I'll pick up rattlesnakes. I'm dumb like that. I'm Steve Irwin dumb like that. I a little bit down from a homie. No, I will probably put my hands places I shouldn't put my hands. God, I wish I had the South Park clip right now where Cartman was trying to be Steve Irwin. Oh, yeah. He's pissed off now. Yeah. Anyway, this is I don't know. What do you do with it in this case? Tell social media people, no, don't do this with sharks. What it does, I think, is the people that we do want in the gene pool, the people that we do want in participating in this type of Darwinism, is that we want them to be curious about sharks. We want them to say, oh my gosh, okay, so this person grabbed one. I'm not going to grab one because I'm not an idiot, but I sure as hell would love to go dive with sharks. That'd be really cool. I didn't know you could do that. There's positive things there. Not to just, oh no, this is because of the right. Okay, if you're stupid enough to see it on social media and say, I can do that, I'm going to go grab a shark by the tail, turn it over, and watch it go comatose while I rub its belly. Okay, cool. I'm all for social media influencers doing this. Go for it. Go for it. The more you do it, the better. Weed out idiots in this world. Yeah, thins out the herd. You're right, Grizz. That's why I say that's exactly Darwinism. This is survival of the fittest. These people are not mentally fit. Which is funny, too, because, especially if you go through like the dive certifications and stuff like that, you seem to probably you're adventurous. You have to do a little bit of studying. So you pass the test. So you have some brains in your head. Yeah. But they want to go. It's for the gram. They get their they get their 2 minutes of fame, and then they've got to go do something even dumber the next time. And go pet the fuzzy cows at Yellowstone. Then they got to do something dumber the next time, like climb to the edge of the Grand Canyon and try to get the selfie there. Like, you got to just keep doing stupid things if you want to stay on the gas, but they don't think that far ahead. And they're like, oh no, I saw Mr. Beast. He pet a great white the other day. I'm gonna go pet that great white. Good luck. Cool. Yeah. Yes. I love bears. That's true. Yeah, it's true. Yeah. Yeah, don't go live with the bears. Oh, Tim. Yeah, but yeah, you love bears. You're like even the gorillas, like Jane Goodall and stuff. Just dumb, stupid. Okay. Here's the deal, Jane. You got lucky. You were not encouraged. You were not welcome in their group. You were not in no. You got lucky. You got lucky. You were patient. You did it right, but you got lucky that you didn't get snapped in half. It's like all these people that have tigers and exotic animals and whatever. Yeah, but you guys know this, right? I don't need to tell you. Don't go pet the sharks. Don't try to pet them. Don't even go to one of these stupid things where they feed the sharks. That is one of the dumbest things. I hate that. You know, you can go to these adventures. You go down to they put you on some snuba, so you don't have to take a class. They got the line going all the way up, or scuba, whatever. And you're down there, and you have fish to feed the sharks. And the sharks come around, and you feed them. They're nurse sharks and bull sharks, which will jack you up. But that does two things. It teaches people not to have a fearful respect of sharks. And it takes away the hunting instinct that has evolved over millions of years of these sharks because they get free food now. They're pets. These sharks are pets. Yeah. Wild animals going to do wild animal things. That's right. You're right, Rhonda. What was it? Yeah. The great Oracle Chris Rock. I keep saying it over and over again. And I will be talking about the Met Gala, which I did see Chris Rock at the Met Gala, the next permit. Chris Rock said about Siegfried or Roy. I don't know which. I think Roy got eaten by the tiger, right? He said Roy's response after the attack was, well, that was just the tiger went crazy. Chris Rock said, the tiger didn't go crazy. The tiger went tiger. See, you think the tiger can do a stage show? We just assume that we train a tiger to do a stage show. No. That tiger went tiger. And sharks are going to go shark. Period. That's all there is to it. Yeah. It was Roy. Yeah. He got his face and his neck. The tiger actually grabbed his neck and pulled him off stage. So Siegfried and Roy and they're rad, by the way, by all accounts, super cool dudes. They charitable, good people. I've actually been to their tiger sanctuary at their house. It's insane. I want to be a Siegfried and Roy tiger. I would love that. I don't care. Whip me every now and again because I need to get up on a little like rolly ball or something. I don't care. If I get to live there, hell, let's go. Anyway, but yeah, Roy said that he had a stroke on stage and the tiger was trying to pull him off stage to protect him. Bull crap. That tiger was like, "Ooh, free snack. I get to eat this guy." He just went down if that was the case. Yeah, but he's a mess. There was a cartoon. Do you guys remember this? It was, I think it's called King of the Pride. John Goodman was one of the voice of the basically the head tiger in the Siegfried and Roy. And they made fun. Siegfried and Roy, they were executive producers of this. They made fun of themselves. They're rolling around Vegas on Segways the entire time. It's hilarious. It was a really good show. I loved it. I think it only lasted one season, maybe, but I need to go find that because it was absolutely hilarious. And Siegfried and Roy were making fun of themselves and them being like over the top gay and just too much fun. Just too much fun. Yeah, but people that have tigers are crazy. Yeah. There was another headline that I read that just kind of brought me to a standstill because I think it's worth discussing. And this was a man that had a successful elk hunt, and I think that's cool right there. That's not the end of the story though. But what the man did while he was processing his harvest, he's out there basically field dressing the elk, is the knife slipped and he severed an artery. Obviously, he's telling the story, so obviously he lived. But I think there's a lot of things to have a discussion about here because I have very sharp knives. I took one of my favorite knives that I have. I actually took with us to have a supai because I couldn't take a firearm. Still this minute, I don't know if you can't. I was just told I couldn't. And I said, okay, fine, that's fine. But I was up the day before sharpening them, making sure that these things were like razor sharp. Because we've always been taught, right? And I'm sure my military peeps over here will back me up on this. A sharp knife is a safe knife, right? The safest knife is a sharp knife. There should be an asterisk. And it's funny to me that we have to put this, but we're just talking about Darwinism, so I guess it's not too surprising that we have to put this kind of disclaimer on it. But a sharper knife is a safer knife because, I'm sorry, no, not because. If it's used properly. A super sharp knife is not a safe knife if you're cutting towards yourself. It's just not a safe knife, period. Because you're not safe. But to make sure that your tools are in order before a hunt, I think is very important. But then there's the adrenaline. Let me equate it like this. I think this goes with both genders. If a guy sees a pretty girl or a girl sees a really hot guy, pretty girl, you lose yourself. You're just done. You're toast. A hot chick comes and talks to you, you're just like. That's why Queen Bee thinks I'm not paying attention to her, but I'm just going. Same still, and so you get kind of dumb in that moment. You don't know what to say. You're not speaking. You're nervous talking. That's the way you take an elk, take a deer. You have a successful hunt, and you become that, and you're not thinking clearly. You are so excited about getting those pictures posted. You're so excited about bragging to your friends. You're so excited about getting that meat to the processor. You're so excited about some backstraps at camp that night. You're so excited. Just everything is except for be very careful with the blade. Make sure it's pointing away from you. Make sure you're cutting away from you. And especially you get into like an elk, which is just takes hours to field dress it and to quarter it out. You're like, yeah, you just forget things. And let's be honest, you probably have a celebratory beer in your pack, and then you end up like this guy. You just slip once and you sever an artery. So there is yes, of course you. What do you have to ask for? Please don't. Please, yeah, y'all never ask. Just do suggest. This is our show. But I'll be obviously the first aid kit, the knowledge on how to use a tourniquet, to have a tourniquet in your first aid kit is super important, especially when dealing with firearms, guys. I mean, there's the shot stop and all that stuff. It's always good to have a working knowledge of how to use that, and more importantly, actually have that type of stuff in your case. But I think that the discussion here is slow the hell down and make sure your knife is as sharp as hell. This finger right here. I'm lucky I have this finger because I had a sharp knife. If a dull knife hit this finger the way the very, very sharp knife hit this finger, it would look a lot different than it does today. So I do understand that mistakes happen. I do understand that you slip. I do understand that you lose focus, but damn. If we were to have a dull knife in these situations, I think it'd be a lot worse than what it is. So the sharper the knife, the better, especially in your field dressing knives. If you are field dressing, get a caping knife. That is the easiest way for the main incision from bottom to top. See if you can find the article online. All right, does it hear you, Alfred Grizz? You and this Army Navy stuff. I'll see if I can find the article online. It's about 2 fires that burned in Wyoming last year, and that the Game and Fish is doing as far as conservation. Okay. I love that. You don't have to go very far, which is fantastic, to find the best conservation organization in the country. And I'm not saying that because I'm being biased. I love the state. I love the people. I know the people of Arizona Game and Fish Department. You go to any of these major conventions around the country, everyone's looking at Arizona. Like, what are you guys doing? How do you guys do what you do? We're in a desert, and we have the most biodiverse non-coastal state in the nation. I mean, just the I don't know, genomes. What do you call them? Queen Bee, help. Anyway, but yeah, so it's interesting. It'll be interesting to see what they're doing in conservation. So yeah, send that to me. It'd be great. You too, I swear. There's another one about what Game and Fish is doing to get rid of them in rivers. Yeah. So what we have here that it's so hard for our peeps to deal with, especially in a desert climate like we have. Biomes, thank you, dear. Gotcha. This is what I thought it was. It just didn't sound right when it came out. It's like when you spell something, you're like, that's not right. Like it's not Wednesday. It's Wednesday. Yeah, I know. These are the things that keep me up at night. But let's see here. Is in Queen Bee will come with me on this as well. Is like the salt cedars. Like, we have so many species of plant and wildlife that I don't know if you saw this, but she found a damn turtle out in the wash by her house yesterday. I think it was day before. Yeah, just a damn. It should not be there, but there it was. Good Lord. Yeah. Queen to the rescue again, of course. You think I keep her around? Oh, I'm a lucky man. Yeah, Mom. Just hopefully she keeps me around. That's the way it goes. But anyway, yeah, there's so much to deal with in conservation. Arizona has a lot of things on its plate, and it'd be interesting to see how other states are handling that as well. So yeah, okay, good. We'll send those to me, and we'll chat about that mañana. But Gorilla's gonna win every single time. Period. Let's let the influencers help Darwinism along here when it comes to sharks and fuzzy cows. Sure, why not? And a sharper knife, and stay focused, stay calm. Make sure treat the knife like you do almost a firearm, right? Just pay attention. Damn it, pay attention to where you're cutting, how you're cutting, just like you would a firearm, and where you're the booger hook on the bang switch, and make sure you know where you're pointing the thing. So it's all the same. And then Rhonda is going to get me a topic for tomorrow that we will discuss right here on the Go Show. Thanks for playing along, guys. Celebrating all things outdoors in this beautiful outdoor playground of state, nation, and world that we live in. Hasta mañana.